What's up, everybody? Yes, indeed, I'm back, man. And I told you I was going to be back today to give you that story about the person that I ran into in Las Vegas. I already explained to you what went on over there in Reno, and I was surrounded by a bunch of Norteños. Norteños, and I guess they were Southsiders too, but their stilo was a little bit different than what I'm used to seeing. You know what I'm saying? Because I come from, where you get your hand shook and your money took. I'm just clowning people. You know what I'm saying? Can be, I shouldn't be saying stuff like that. But anyways, people, it is what it is, man. So before we go and move on, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Put your notification bell on all. Let's get this channel to 10,000 subscribers. Once we get to 10,000 subscribers, man, you know what time it is, baby. We'll start doing them lives. On them lives, we'll bring this YouTube yarda to life, baby. It's going to get activo. Just keep in mind, don't come on my yarda playing silly games. Because when you play silly games, you win foolish prizes. And remember, there's not going to be no chequeadas, strictly removals, baby. But with the condition, you can buy your way back in. It is what it is, you know what I mean? and that right there. The only reason why I say that is to go to address this one dude, AZ55. My God, this dude's a straight lame. I guess he must have just woke up from his scante coma. He pops in every now and then and talking about times have changed. Hey, I'm familiar with times have changed, but just because times have changed doesn't mean you roll with them, dumbass. You feel me? That's how motherfuckers get in wrecks, such as your ass. Feel me? And Kung Fu Panda, that's another. What is he? A fucking scante warrior that lives in his Efito's basement or wherever, trailer in the backyard or something? I have no idea, man. I trip out on these cats. Oh, he's out trying to get views again. What the fuck? I really don't care if I get views or not. I'm here doing what I do. This is therapeutic for me. This is what I do day in, day out. I pull up to my audience members. Why? Because my little audience that I do have, and I know it's bigger than yours, Mr. AZ and Kung Fu Panda and all you other guys. Oh, before I go, I do ramble on. Dispensa, my boy, Mr. Santa Cruz. That's something I do gotta fix though, because I tend to reply to people that I guess are replying to poobutts that are doing this, and they go in my defense, but I don't understand the format of this, the way they do the comments and all that. So I end up replying back to the guy that was defending me. But anyways, my boy Santa Cruz, hey, my bad, my G. You know what I mean? Nothing but love and respect, man. But whoever made that comment, there you go, my boy. Spanish and in English. There you go. But anyways, so this is a fitness channel, people. Let's not forget, I always start off talking about fitness, nutrition, or overall health. Okay, so today what I'm going to bring to the table is what you need to do to get started if you want to become that best version of yourself, man. Shoot me a DM. Go check out my Instagram. On my Instagram, I have years of material of me working out. I have testimonials from team members. I have testimonials from non-team members. And on my program, what I do for you, I will build you that perfect daily workout plan that I will be able to track on my personalized training app. And we will also hop on a phone call and go over your nutritional goals, your fitness goals. And with that, I will dial in the nutrition for you and build you the perfect nutritional plan that I will track daily to make sure that you're doing everything correctly. And with this, in a 3-month period, you could obtain the knowledge and have the tools to apply to the rest of your life. All you would have to do is just pay attention, listen, don't second guess anything. That's what you hire me for. Let me teach you. Be the student and learn. Like I've said in the past, and I'm going to tell you guys today, man, I can only hold the door open for you to allow you to come into my classroom. It's your job to come inside, have a seat, and learn. Okay? Another analogy is, I could take a horse to water, but I can't force it to drink. So at the end of the day, it all depends. What you put into the program is what you're going to get out of the program. It's kind of like what you put in your body. If you feed your body like shit, you're going to get shit in return. You're going to look like shit. But if you want to look like this cat that's going on 55 years old, then you need to shoot me that DM. High Power Fitness, high_power_fitness_, or you could email me at highpowerfitness@yahoo.com. Well, anyways, people, with that being said, man, I'm going to bring you to the run-in, because the run-in was real, and the individual that I had the run-in with was from Haters World, one of the co-hosts there. For those of you that ain't familiar with what my relationship is with the Haters World guy, he's a guy that has a bunch of aliases. He goes by fucking Blue Torta, Blue Diamond, Blue Devil, and I think there's a couple other names, but I don't know which is his correct one. You know what I'm saying? The dude's a character. You know, he it is what it is. You know what I mean? Someone fucking asked me about what I thought about this individual, and I straight up was honest about it. I guess it got his feelings hurt. The fucking fool pissed on himself with the whack guy. You know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? That's something that you're never gonna be able to get out from under, my boy. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, man, that's here nor there. I did run across an individual is part of his podcast, or I should say formally part of his podcast. I met this individual a long time ago at a car show, him and the homie Stomps. And the individual that I came across was Droops. Droops is actually from the same barrio that Lucky from Hoodstocks is from. For those of you that don't know, Lucky from Hoodstocks invited me to his show to interview me a while back. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I started meeting a lot of other people, because I was new to social media then. But now, you know, it's been taking off on its own, you know, and I'm not trying to rush at people. So for those of you that think I'm out here trying to get views, this and that, and making stories up, I have no reason to make up stories. What the fuck do you gain out of a fake ass story? You know what I mean? The slightest fakeness of a story is bullshit 100%. You know what I mean? I don't believe in putting extra fucking salsa on the taco. For what? You know what I mean? Guaranteed, man, there's an audience for every cat out here. So for those of you that are trying to portray yourself as being something that you really aren't, your covers are gonna get pulled. As a matter of fact, I got a lista that I'm putting together right now, you know. And I think I need to add Mr. AZ55 and Kung Fu Panda to it, man. Fucking dudes are lames. Kung Fu. Who the fuck gives a name? What are you, Mr. fucking anime guy? Kung Fu Panda? You're a joke. You know what I'm saying? Hey, check this out, man. And for you that thinks that I'm out there making up stories, you got me fucked up, stupid. I'm out here in the mix. I'm out here mingling with people. Why? Because that's what this cat does right here. I get out there and mingle. Scared man won't win, baby. Come on now, really? All these people wolfing and all that, just keep on wolfing. Live in your fantasy that you want to live in and create your own world. You can never live in the world that I lived in, you know? Because that's all you guys are fucking... What would you call it? Screen bandits, I guess. I'm gonna make up my own name. You guys are fucking screen bandits. You know what I mean? Like to wolf shit behind the screen all the time. And I've said it too, man, because motherfuckers came at me sideways and I told them, hey, shoot me your phone number. I'll give you a call. Nah, you think I'm gonna do that? Why? What's the matter? I just wanted to chop it up with you. You know what I mean? I was gonna call you with my real number. So save it. You motherfuckers that are trying to be something that you're not, tell it to your people that believe you. Because this cat right here don't believe you. Because most you cats that do all this, that's all you good for. And what I mean is wolfing. He's just wolf. Like a fucking chihuahua. All bark and no bite. But that's here nor there. Well, anyways, I'm going to fast forward this, man, because I don't want to be boring anybody. And then, yes, I did ramble on. I ramble on a lot, man. That's one thing you got to get used to with this OG right here. Once again, man, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Put your notification bell and all. Let's get my motherfucking channel up to 10,000 subscribers. Once I hit that 10,000 mark, boom, I'm going to start doing lives, man. Bring this motherfucking YouTube yada to life. will become motherfucking activo. And even the trolos, the funny bunnies, everybody's welcome on my yarda. I will acknowledge every last one of you. You just got to keep in mind, I'm real slow at reading the comments, so just bear with me. I won't go and leave no comment unattended to. Let's just put it that way. I will get to every last one of you guys. Feel me? For real. That's some real shit. But anyways, so you guys knew the situation of me at Reno, Nevada. Boom, me, the wife, we bounced. We stopped in a little town called Tonopah. There's a motel out there called the Clown Motel. I guess it's famous for being haunted because, you know, I guess Wyatt Earp had lived there. For those of you that don't know Wyatt Earp, he was a law enforcement slash bandit. I guess he was flip-flopping, supposedly, I guess back in them days. He played both sides of the field, I guess. You know what I mean? Fuck, it is what it is. I don't understand that. You know what I mean? It seems like that's what a lot of people here on social media do. They flip-flop. Flip-flopping motherfuckers, they don't know what the fuck they want to do. But anyways, and then the town has a history of being hit with the plague, so there's a lot of people that died. And next to this motel, there's a graveyard there, which I thought was a make-believe graveyard. I thought these fools were fucking celebrating Halloween already. You know, I didn't know until my wife told me, you know what I mean? Because my wife's all into that stuff. But yeah, it was cool, man. I'm going to go back there one day and probably stay, you know, spend the whole day there and spend the night, you know what I mean? Because there's not much there. I mean, it's a really small town, but it's a trip, you know what I mean? I'm going to go see if I see any ghosts and shit, you know what I mean? Because it's all good. It's all good in the hood, baby. Well, anyways, we bounce from there. Of course, we discover a lot of new little fucking hidden gems, and I will be back to them. And I like to not put people up on game exactly where I'm going because I like to discover these, and I like to speak about the places that I stop at. Okay, but anyways, people, let's fast forward. Boom, hit to Vegas. We do what we do. We checked in. We get our room. Boom, we go and eat. We go about our business as the night progresses, and I'm fast forwarding this. Okay, boom. I'm not a gambler. Doesn't mean I don't know how to gamble. I grew up in a family of gamblers. Okay, so I understand gambling really good. I could actually gamble pretty good, but I choose not to. I strayed away from my relatives the way they were doing their life because they would gamble day in day out, 7 days a week at my pad. You know what I mean? Get to drinking, gambling, fighting. You know, it was so regular. But anyways, people. So this day I said, you know what, man, I'm feeling pretty good. Let's go hit the blackjack table. Now keep in mind, I'm the type of person that if I'm gonna gamble, I'll come in with, you know, maybe a couple $100. If I make me 50 or 100, shit, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush, baby. I'm gone. I consider that a win. You know what I mean? I'm very competitive. I don't fucking like losing. So if I'm winning, I'm gone. I'm not gonna press the issue. So anyways, boom, I did that. It came up a little bit off of blackjack, and then I happened to notice a big old crowd yelling around this fucking the roulette table, and so I peeped it out and checked it out, and I said, man, this is a little complicated for me. So I just kept it simple. I started, you know, seeing the way certain people were winning, and you know the odds were different there. And so I said, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna drop some feria right here on black, baby. Let's do it. Boom, I hit black. Boom, I'm hitting. Doing pretty good, man. Now there's an audience there because obviously I'm the new cat right there. You know what I mean? They know because I really don't know what the fuck I'm doing on there. I'm just betting on black, betting on black, and then flipping it to bet on red. You know what I'm saying? I hit a couple here, a couple there, maybe lose, and then I hit again, and then off in the distance I see this big cat. He stands out, man. Pretty tall individual, man. You know, homie. You know what I'm saying? And obvious his stilo, I'm familiar with it because it ain't from the stilo from around there. He has to be from somewhere from where I come from. Bam, I recognize the face. Lo and behold, we lock eyes. This individual pulls up to where I'm at. He's behind me. Keep in mind, he's part of the the Haters World cast, right? So, bam, I met this individual in the past, but now you got to keep in mind, there was some shit that was brought up between me and the torta guy, the diamond or demon devil, whatever the fuck his name is. I don't know. I can't keep up with all the names that guy has. Well, anyways, so obviously I'm gonna be on my P's and Q's because that's his co-host right there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what time it is. I met this individual one time in the past. You know what I mean? And you know, it was all love, but you know, people change. You feel me? But in the back of my mind, I didn't think so though, because the homie that I met was a righteous homie from the area, around the area where I grew up at. He's from, I believe, from Nela. You know, same hood as Lucky, from Hoodstocks. That's his homeboy. As a matter of fact, like I said, I met him at a car show. Him and Big Stomps. I think Big Stomps is somewhere out from the San Fernando Valle out there. Dispensa, my boy, if I got it wrong, but that's what I'm thinking. You know what I mean? I'm an older cat, man. I don't really pay attention to too much shit that goes on. Well, anyways, we lock eyes. Boom, he pulls up to behind me on my table. I didn't notice if he was with anybody else. My thing is the blue guy there? Straight up, I'm gonna keep it fucking real. You know what I mean? Because if the blue guy was there, you know what I mean? It is what it is. You know, like I said, it's water under the table. You know, it's not water under the bridge, it's water under the table. Because it is what it is. I'm not going to get into it right here. And, but anyways, I pull away from the table. I'm already got my winnings. I actually left my fatty out right there. You know what I mean? I don't know if I was allowed to do that, but, yeah, locked it up. Boom, boom. Chopped it up. All good in the hood, baby. You know what I mean? See, this is what I talk about when you're a professional. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people believe when you befriend somebody, you inherit their enemies as well. It doesn't always pan out that way. A lot of times it will, but you know, real will recognize real. You know, and obviously the homie Droops showed me love, and he got that same love in return. We got nothing but love and respect for one another. We busted a flick, and boom, it was a trip. I never knew Droops had that much hate on his end, because the thing that I was putting up, a lot of fools were talking out the side of their fucking neck. You know what I mean? How are you gonna call this individual out of his name like that? That's wrong, man. You people are wrong. I mean, I could see you doing it to me because it's my channel. You know what I mean? Do what you want, but you know, as part of someone that I'm putting up there, that's some pussy ass shit, real shit. You know what I mean? The homie Droops, nothing but love and respect to you, my boy. Hope to see you again soon. You know what I mean? It was a pleasure, you know, meeting your other half right there. You already met my wife a while back, you know, but yeah, my G. So that's what I wanted to bring to the table right there. You know what I mean? Just because a motherfucker has animosity towards somebody doesn't mean that the whole crew does. That was an example of a real motherfucker right there. And when I say that with the utmost respect. That's an example as of a real individual. I know some people are sensitive out here. When I say motherfucker, they're like, oh, why are you using all that cuss? Man, if you're still wet behind the ears, you shouldn't even be here on social media. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You should be over there reading fucking little kitty books or something. But fuck, I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? Real recognizes real. Just because his co-host, the fat dude, has something against me, doesn't mean that he has it against me. Because trust and believe, they're not from the same audio. Now, it would be different if it was a audio thing. Now, for you net bangers out there that are trying to live the life that we lived, understand that shit. Okay? And this is to where it goes to the homies that are up north. I done time with homies from up north. That's the only time I ever got to meet them homies. We were at war because of business. And it wasn't constant war either. So keep that in mind. So in the calles, because an individual is a certain way over there, that has to do with their area. It has nothing to do with me. You know what I mean? As long as a motherfucker ain't got a foul jacket on him, I'll chop it up with him. But now if it's somebody that's no good from my area, then hey, rules are rules, baby. Can't fuck with you. And we already know that because I've gave an example in one of my other videos with my own homeboy. And my homeboy was a straight motherfucker. He is still a fucking writer. But he played on the other side of the field now. So, you know, he made his bed and that's it. It is what it is. And every fucking hood has one of them homies. You know what I mean? It's called bad politicking. It is what it is, people. Well, anyways, with that being said, man, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. If you want to get started on your fitness journey, shoot me that DM or email me at highpowerfitness@yahoo.com. Man, there ain't nothing to it but to do it. Don't fucking talk about it and I'll be about it. Let's do this.